So. Hey, Brian in the control room. This is Stu in the helicopter. Okay. All right. Oh, this is going to turn into a barricade. This is going to be all afternoon. I can almost guarantee it. So. Don't we all? Okay. No. All right. Okay. Copy all. Copy all. So I'm seeing that the numbers are. I guess the Facebook announcement just came out. That the one gentleman that was watching us earlier on, Omar. Thank you for that, Omar. Just kind of letting you know. Let me just roll through this all again. What's going on out here? There's a man with a gun walking around out in the off of Tampa. If you don't know the valley out here, the San Fernando Valley, this is going to be the Reseda Northridge area. Right off of Tampa, you can see some of the SWAT guys there. Apparently, this man's been walking around out in the streets and on the sidewalks. He has a weapon in his hand, along with other things. Apparently, it looks like a rifle. Could be a 22, could be a BB gun. We just don't know. I just wanted to throw out there, hey, Dylan, is that or maybe nobody. That could be even talking to somebody or nobody. Just want to throw this out here one more time because we're doing the tiger footage coverage, and we've been doing. And this morning we did this great rescue. A lot of times up here in the helicopter, we don't know that we're live. I'm just putting this out, and this is also kind of like a informal, behind the scenes, how news is made type of deal. And if you hear me talking or laughing or wandering off, you have to understand I have two other people in the helicopter with me. That would be the pilot. Today that is Jose, the cameraman Vinny, and then also I have many radios, and we have people at the booth that would be down at the studio talking at us, people at the assignment desk, and engineers. So we, up here, very busy, and, I love talking to you guys. I love answering questions. I love finding out what you guys are interested in. But the reality is I can't focus just on one thing. I'm just that guy. I'm a simple person. I have simple needs. But at any rate, I just want to put that out there because I know for a fact that yesterday on the tiger footage, we were on Facebook. I had no idea. And then this morning, it was pretty much the same thing. I actually asked to go on with on Facebook with the rescue, and it was the same deal. I didn't know we were on there. So at any rate, I know we're on here today. The suspect kind of down there right now, waving his hands. Vinny's is looking for some, probably at the helicopters. That would be my guess. And you can see the armored, the SWAT guys are here right now. So we ran down everything in the beginning. Multitasking, that's right, Moy. I am not the multitasker. And so at any rate, this guy walking around, he does have a gun in his hand. Is it a BB gun? Is it loaded? Which one of you guys watching right now is willing to walk up to him and find out? And that's kind of the same attitude that law enforcement has, and they also have to keep people safe out there. We also did mention that earlier on, somebody that identified themselves as a relative of that suspect had come and made contact with law enforcement trying to explain what was going on. And sadly, we don't know what's going on. So this is what we have right now. We have a lot of the Metro and the SWAT guys down there. You can see their armored vehicles. They are trying to scrounge up a lot of less than lethal. But, the reality is if this person if that turns out to be a gun, even if it is a single shot, 22, it is what it is, Miss Gonzalez, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I have simple needs. So at any rate, we're going to stay here. We're going to watch. We're going to talk. Clearly we're going to do a real report probably at noon. Sadly I don't have my watch today. I keep looking at my wrist. It's just about 9 minutes away. If you guys are local, Fox, turn on Channel 11. We got plenty of newsy goodness besides what we got going on here. They're moving in already? They're just that quick, huh? Maybe they're just taking over the front. All right, well, we're going to stay with this right now. We're going to keep an eye on it. Vinny's going to be very frosty. We don't want to see anybody injured or shot on any kind of live media, even if it is Facebook. Not that Facebook is less than. It is probably more than in my eyes, because I enjoy answering questions and seeing what you guys are interested in seeing. Clearly, these officers know what they're doing, trained professionals, and those houses look trashed. What are you talking about? That's the valley, Danny. Danny, this is the nice part of the valley. Jeez, man, yeah, that's harsh. So, right, but that's what I kind of mentioned earlier on. You know, who's gonna, if it is a BB gun or if it's a 22, which one of us is gonna go and walk up to him and say, hey, can you give me that gun? So that's kind of the same, same deal that law enforcement has to deal with. And of course, they also want to keep everybody safe. That's kind of the main goal of any kind of law enforcement. That person went back into that back house. I got to kind of stay frosty. The show is going to start. I understand that we are starting. We're going to start the show with this. Ganell, I love that you say that, but the reality is that so many of these folks that are tuning in they just don't know. And I just want to, I just want everybody to be on the same page. Oh, they're doing rescues. They're doing evacuations. There was somebody back there, Vinny. There was. Vinny's always right, by the way. That's kind of a given out here. So they just you just saw a civilian kind of scurry off to safety as law enforcement make their way into this back house. This is going to be off of off of Tampa, and I would have to triple check out here, but I think we're just south of Satakoy, between Strathern and Satakoy. So more law enforcement making their way over there right now, and I'm going to turn my scanner back up, so if something happens or pops, we can holler it out right away. And it looks like after Ganell, hang on. News Now. Copy all. Thank you. So the News Now guys, I'll be a little bit more official. This is going to be this is happening out here in the Northridge Reseda area, San Fernando Valley. Sorry. Hang on. I wonder what all the mirrors were about. 5 minutes away from the top of the show. Thank you. Oh, I understand. I'm. Hang on. They're talking. The helicopter saying that he might be between the house and the fence. That's why these guys are walking over there. Okay, so he's definitely outside. The helicopter has eyes on him. He's outside. He's outside in between. Hang on. They are at the correct location. That's what they're asking. Yeah, I think that's where he is. Yeah. Just keep an eye on those guys. Maybe he might double back and just go back into the back door. Right. Right. Coming out of the street side on Sylvia. Opening a side gate, walking out. Oh, and of course my map is not gonna give me any streets. Where's Sylvia? Okay, Sylvia. Hang on. Gray color vehicle, Sylvia Street. That's where he is, Vinny. Oh, is that him right there? No, those are just people. Or that's law enforcement. In the southbound backyard. Southbound backyard by the open door. Just go wide. Vinny, if you just open up scan 2 back there, you can hear exactly what they're speaking. Hang on. Now at the rear. South of the one to the rear of the south, the green pickup truck. Is that him right there? Hang on. Push in, push in, push in. Go down, go down, go in the green backyard. Somewhere in there. Go a little wider again. Okay, that's an officer, and he's pointing. And he closed the door. All right, I don't know where he went. Up. Go up, go up. Somewhere in there. Left, go left, just go left. Yes. Right there, he's in this backyard with the toys. Or he was. And I heard the minute, thank you. All right, I don't know which garage he's in. It might be the one that we're looking at. Okay, cool. Callie, honey, I always read the comments. Don, it's a man with a gun walking around out here at Strathern near the cross of Satakoy. Yeah, Tampa and Strathern. Sorry. Oh, Oscar, you're a cad. One 5, copy all. I'll turn the scanner down. So you see the garage they're talking about. We're up. Well, the latest is that this guy with a gun has been just basically walking around this neighborhood. Is it a BB gun? Is it a 22? It is some sort of shotgun type of weapon, but but clearly just blazing, just walking around with this gun out. Now, officers from LAPD were notified about this. They came out here. They shut down the streets. It's actually on some major streets. He was actually walking on Tampa just moments ago. I know we have some tape from earlier on when Skyfox first arrived out here, and you can clearly see this man walking with that weapon and or a cane and a golf club. He's been walking in and out of his property. Right now, though, what we're looking at, if it is a split screen, what we're looking at right now is the last location. There's a helicopter above it, and they basically moved in to try to take this guy into custody, and he basically jumped the fence and went through a gate in the fence and made his way to this garage that you see right here. That was the last location they saw. So now it's a little bit more of a barricade, and it's probably better for the officers. There's a lot less people that are in danger. You have to understand, this person was just walking around out on Tampa in the middle of the street, and a lot of these people are home. They couldn't do any kind of evacuations. It's a very residential neighborhood. So Tampa right now closed basically between Strathern and Satakoy. Officers from LAPD and their highly trained SWAT team, you can see them down there, at least 2 of their vehicles. Other of their vehicles are in the area as well, trying to contain this man. Now, we also know that a family member made contact with LAPD at one point, trying to explain the situation to the law enforcement, but in the end, this person walking around with a weapon hasn't been very threatening, but still the fact that he has a shotgun or whatever it is, even if it's a BB gun, it's still something that law enforcement, they just don't want to take any chances. They're trying to end this peacefully. Right now, it looks like this person contained in that garage, which is great news for the law enforcement. I'm Stu up in Skyfox. Back to you guys in the studio. Yes, we do, Marla. Apparently, we actually, if you see on that right side of the screen, on the top, I'm sorry, the top left side of the screen right there, you can see some officers still walking around. Those buildings right there, he actually was walking in and out of those buildings, and they described that as his residence. He was bringing out mirrors, and basically large mirrors, and bringing them out and just setting them up against vehicles out there. We saw two, but then Vinny pointed out that there were more out there, so apparently this had been going on for a while. You can see one of the other SWAT vehicles out there as well. They're trying to contain this area and trying to get this guy contained into one location so they can take him into custody. Definitely, less than lethal weapons are deployed down there. They have a lot of these officers have that less than lethal, but you know, it's really kind of up to that suspect. If there's a shot fired from that weapon, this could change very dramatically and very quickly. Thank you. So, back to my friends here at Facebook. Denise, I'm glad you said that or wrote that, because I can't physically say that because, you know, I am employed. But yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally. What's up? He's on the move again? Copy all. Copy all. Well, Daniel, I'm not sure about that, but at any rate. Well, Emilio, let's just kind of put it this way. If this was your neighborhood and you had some guy that you don't know just walking around with a shotgun, you wouldn't think anything of that. You'd be like, oh, it's just a dude with a shotgun. It's not a big deal. Let my kids play in the yard. It's cool. So that's kind of the reasoning here. I'm pretty sure that's why people called the police. I would just venture to say. Oh. Ah, that's funny, Liz. Claire, I seem to agree with you. Sarah keeps saying the red umbrella, the red umbrella, the red umbrella. He's under the red umbrella. Vinny, do you see a red umbrella down there? Oh, there's a red umbrella up there. But oh, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he is over there. Thank you, Angie. All right. Let me turn the show down a little bit. It looks like they didn't abandon this spot at all. They still got law enforcement right there surrounding the garage. I understand if you put two mirrors facing each other, that evil spirits get lost. That's what I was told. So that's what some people are. That was a question right there. So. All right, I got to listen up what the helicopter's saying. Dave, he might be. Sounds good to me. I haven't eaten yet. Clear. I'm wearing skulls, black and white skulls today. Hey, Randy. Stuff like this doesn't happen down where you're at. That's sarcasm. I'm sure it does. Toto, Aaron, I agree. See, now somebody's saying that when you put the mirrors in front of each other, it creates a portal for them to actually, the spirits to come out. I'm explaining this to my pilot. I wish you guys could see his reaction. Anyways. Denise, I am not that bored. Basically, what's going on out here is that the rifle is still, he still has the rifle. I did hear them just say that. The radios that I have in this helicopter are minimal at best, you know. Remember the early morning, the first generation of baby monitors? That's basically what everything sounds like in here with a lot of static. Are we drifting away from it? Let's drift a little closer. Stu, are you in the helo with them or broadcast? And I'm sitting here in chance I'm self-loading baggage in this aircraft, meaning I am in the aircraft. All right, Paul. Oh, Thursday. No, my ears never pop. So I'm listening. You know, I'm reading the comments, and everybody's saying he's not in that garage, but he is in that garage. Tonya, what do you mean? You guys don't? I'm sure you guys have adventure like this out there, and it's Vegas for gosh sakes. It's probably you have it so often that it doesn't even make the news. Susie, no, we actually we had some really tight shots of it when we first got here. It definitely it could be a BB gun. Uh, it looks more like a like a 22, but you know we just don't know. Celeste, Miss Crawford, they have actually. We actually watched them get some people to safety, just the ones in the immediate area. They've been taking a lot of these folks that live in the area, getting them out of the out of the homes, and making sure that everybody's safe. Al, I am. I'm in the. Well, when you say the right seat, meaning the left seat, because that would be the right seat for me, or the correct seat for me. You know, somebody, I think her name was Melanie. Oh, they got eyes on him again. Somebody sees him. Um, I think Melanie said something about the dogs. There were some dogs running around in that yard, and I always worry about that. I always worry that you know somebody's pet is going to get injured in this situation. All right. So now it's kind of basically this is going to. It was. I'm telling you, when we arrived out here, it really had had some elements of something would be that would have been to watch on Facebook. You had this guy walking around doing weird things. law enforcement basically nearby, keeping the public safe, just keeping an eye on this guy. Now it's kind of becoming more of a, oh, this guy's in a garage. Hang on, they're just doing an update. All right. Yeah, they're kind of saying the same thing. Is their exact words are they're gonna slow this thing down now, meaning they basically got this guy contained, so they don't have to have officers running all over the place and getting in front of this guy, making sure that the public is safe. I mean, they're going to make sure the public's safe. Come on now. But the reality is this guy is actually inside that garage, so he's contained. And that makes everything so much easier for law enforcement. Now, the fact that he was able to make his way to that garage from the kind of yellow house with the brown stain on the bottom there, that's at the top left, without, and officers were right there, and the helicopter saw this guy make these moves. It just kind of gives you this idea that he might just walk out again. But now, this time, you have a lot of law enforcement in the area. You can clearly see two of those SWAT trucks right out front. And then, of course, there's other officers that are in tactical spots nearby. So we're just kind of keeping an eye on it. If he does walk out and he's inside that yard, he does. See that you got officers right there. So pretty much every angle of that garage is covered. It's kind of interesting that he went in, but he hasn't come out. That's kind of weird. Even when he was walking in and out of his own home, he was walking in and out of his own home. Right now, he basically walked in there, and we have yet to see him try to make his way out. Or it would be nice if he opened up the garage door and it just kind of came out, hands up, or put the weapon down at least, so they could take this guy into custody. So at any rate, that's what's going on. We're in the valley. This is going to be the Northridge, Reseda area. It's probably more Reseda than Northridge. We're right off of Tampa. This is actually going to be Sylvan, I guess. This is going to be Sylvan and Tampa right there at the intersection. And again, law enforcement dealing with a person that, let's just say right now, mentally unsound. Probably the most polite way of saying what's going on. But he does have what appears to be a weapon, a rifle. Could be a .22, could be a BB gun. But at any rate, it's something that nobody wants to take a chance with. Somebody was talking about that red umbrella again. I can assure you he is not under the red umbrella. I can assure you that. Really? Then why I'm serious. I believe you. So it's Cohasset in Tampa? Yeah. All right. So it's Cohasset in Tampa. John, thank you. That would be awesome. Believe me, for a lot of the time, it would be pretty boring stuff. Well, somebody was asking, and again, I'm not. That means I would be. So this things go by so fast, and I just glanced at the names. But somebody was just asking about the canines. Why don't they just send the canines in there? It's for the same reason they just don't have the officers go in there. Nobody wants to see a dog get injured. This person possibly has a .22 rifle. They don't, even if it's unloaded, or nobody wants to see any of the animals get hurt, or officers or people. It's all kind of the same. So that's one of the reasons why they don't just send the dogs in there just, let's just send the dog. No, this guy apparently has a gun, and that's the reason why they're taking this so seriously. So that is the reason why. Thank you. Somebody named Daniela said that they're down there. Oops, there's a door open. The door opened on the garage, Vinny. A door just opened. He's coming out. Maybe it's in the back, or maybe it's on the other side, but he just said suspect's coming out. He went back into the garage. Can we go around the other side maybe? Maybe there's a door on the dirt on the small side. No, no, on the other side. That's what I'm saying. On the side that we can't see. Let's just double check because he clearly just said he opened the door, he stepped outside, and he went back in. Boy, everybody thinks that like I don't see any opening over here at all. Oh, so they might have been in the back because that's how we got in, right? Oh no, there's a door right there. There's a door right way down at the bottom of the screen. Is that a door or is that just different colored? That's a door. My monitor blows and it's got a lot of sun on it. Yeah, that's a door. So maybe that's what he came out at. The helicopter. The helicopter was calling it out. The helicopter was calling it out. Yeah. Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. If we're on this side, he's going to come out that side, and if we're on that side, he's going to come out on this side. So, why don't they just shoot? Why don't they just what? Why don't they just shoot through the garage door? Yeah. Well, I'm just. This is just stuff that's coming across. Wow, Stacy. Wow. 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 That wasn't nice. So. Joyce, I bet you there is. I bet you there is. Joyce says, "Why isn't there an ambulance standing by if this is if these are people are involved in gunplay?" Well, first of all, a lot of these officers that we see in the SWAT team, they actually have paramedics, trained paramedics with them, so they can render aid, and we have seen them render aid to suspects immediately. So, Steve, how are we going to put the tear gas in there, by the way? I'm just kind of curious. There's a couple other people have been saying, just hit them with the tear gas. Just hit them with the tear gas. Well, how are we going to get the tear gas in there? Moy, this has been going on for quite some time. We were actually down in Long Beach. We were on Tiger Woods Watch. Jim,